Hello, welcome or welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans. I don't know why that's out. Today we are doing a paycheck budget setup. This is for our paycheck that we are getting on June 14th. So this is where things get fun, guys. All right, I'll zoom in so we can look at this. I expect my biweekly paycheck to be $1333.95. And I expect my husband's to be $1473.10. And that is all I'm anticipating at this time for income, which is $2807.05. All right, so getting into our fixed expenses. $80 for a donation. Oops. We have two, people that I sponsor. So that's $80 a month that comes out. For my REC, that's our electric bill. That is $279.12. For car insurance, I am going to be setting aside $325. And this is actually car and homeowners insurance that I set money aside for. And we pay the premiums every 6 months. We just paid it in May. $131 per check for life insurance. Sirius XM in one vehicle is $648. The monthly cost for our kids' insurance premiums is $40. Half of our internet bill I set aside each check, and half is $30. Actually, half is $25. So I am going to change that because there's no need to set aside more than that. Okay, half is $25. All right, so we are into summer. So what I'm going to do, because I guess I wasn't paying too much attention when I did this, but we do not have school lunch right now. It is not school, it is summer months. So I do not have school lunch. What I do have, that pen's not gonna write over that very well. What I do have is, goodness sakes, childcare. And out of this paycheck, I am budgeting $480 for childcare. Okay, so then next is, this is a subscription heavy paycheck, the first paycheck. So for Amazon Prime, that is $748 a month. For Kindle Unlimited, it is $1283 a month. Netflix is $1283 per month. HP Instant Ink is $529. My half of the garbage bill that I split with my mom is $51. And there is no before school program because there is no school right now. Okay, so let's add up our fixed expenses. Okay, and the total fixed expenses then is $1456.03. If I subtract that from what we started with, we are left with $1351.02 to budget. So now we will come down into our variable expenses. Oops, okay. $280 per paycheck for groceries. $100 for eating out, $0 for beauty. Drinks is going to get $60. Allowance for my kiddo, so that's going to be, No. Allowance for the adults is $140. That's $70 per for each of us. Work meals. Do I have a work meals in this? Yes, $20 in this pay period for the one time I go out to eat with my coworkers. Car wash. I budgeted the full $30. Diesel. The bill is $191.59, and I don't honestly want to talk about it. Okay, so, and because we're getting this check is June 14th, because May was a magic month, I know most of the exact amounts. I'm not guessing on the REC bill or the diesel. I know what that is already. Okay, and then chores and donuts, that's stuff for my kiddos. They get a donut after church. Oh, I didn't budget any money in for donuts. I don't know why. Okay, so they're gonna need $3 for donuts. That was silly. Sometimes I'm silly. Okay, so $3 for donuts and then $10 in for chores, which is $13 for the two of them. So if I add those together, $280. Okay, so that gives us $834.59 in our variable expenses. If we subtract that from the $1,351.02 that we had remaining, that leaves us a difference of $516.45 left to budget. So then we hop up here into our sinking funds. And in our, so Christmas, we're putting $25 away for Christmas in the online sinking fund. LP gets $0 this paycheck. We're doing the 100 envelope challenge, and we're doing number 6 in our travel fund with this pay period. Kids online sinking fund gets $20. Gas gets nothing. We're sitting okay in that for right now. And we didn't have a fill in May. Vehicles, I'm putting $25 away for vehicle repairs and maintenance with this paycheck. 52 weeks, we do that forward and backwards, so that's 53 per paycheck, goes right into my emergency fund. Oh, I cut a bunch of stuff out. Why did I cut out medical? I don't know if I just did that because of daycare. Okay, so nothing for medical, nothing for tattoo, nothing for summer daycare. And then in our cash envelopes, we are doing $262 with this paycheck. So our sinking funds, okay, so that is $391 is our total under sinking funds. So if we subtract that from the $516.45 we had left over after our variable expenses, that leaves us with $125.45. Oh, which means I missed something. Okay, cool. I know what it was. I know what it was. Did I get cents wrong somewhere? Okay. 45 cents. So I have trip and, oh, guys, sorry. So during this pay period, we are going away for a weekend with a few couples that we know, to like a lake house that somebody's employer owns, so there's no cost for us to go. We have to obviously drive to get there, and we have to feed our family, but we would have to feed our family at home anyway. So I just am taking some extra cash putting some extra stuff in here, whether it's for gas. It's about a 2.5-hour drive. Maybe it's closer to a 3-hour drive. So depending on, you know, road conditions and wind and stuff, we can maybe get there and back on 1 tank of gas. We might have to add some gas. Otherwise, if we need, you know, food or whatever while we're there. So I'm putting $75 in for our trip. And then we are going to a wedding at the end of the month, and so I am taking $50 from each of the 2 checks this month to put together for a wedding gift for a family member that I'm actually fairly close to, the wedding that we were traveling to when we go on vacation. So that leaves $100. I'm not going to do that either because I also need the buffer, which is where I put my change. So that leaves this with $125.45, which is going to leave me with a zero-based budget. So let's hop in there and see if that's right when we come down here and do our summary. So 2807.05. Whoops. One day I'll get my life together. Does anyone else feel like that? Okay. 2807.05 was my income. My fixed expenses are $1456.03. My variable expenses are $834.59. My sinking funds were $391. My other category was $125.45. And our extra debt was 0. So let's just check our math quickly. Between going to having to pay for 3 kids full-time in daycare and the trips or whatever coming up in the month of June, that was 43. I don't know how okay, so let's try this again. 2807.05. And then I subtract 1456.03. Nope, 2807.05 minus 1456.03. That left me with 1351.02, and then I subtract the 834.59. Okay, which left me with 516.43. So this is where it was just my calculation was wrong. So this is a 3. These are all 3s. My spreadsheet had 43 cents, and I was like, well, then I'll probably find the math error when we get in here. And of course I did. Okay. Minus 391 minus 125.43, and that gives us back down here towards zero-based budget. So that is our paycheck budget for June, the paycheck coming up that we'll be getting on June 14th. So thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate you being here, and until next time, bye.